I found the Pregnancy Resource Center because I was pregnant and I was 19. I was in a place where my partner at the time did not want me to continue with the pregnancy. A big fear there was just, how are we going to support this child? How are we going to get through this experience? And so I was seeking resources because I was trying to find a voice to get me to where I knew I wanted to be. I had already had 2 abortions. The first one I was 15. My stepmother noticed that I wasn't having a cycle. She got me a pregnancy test and arranged everything. It turned out I was 10 weeks along. And so I went back and got the procedure. I don't know how many times I've heard the story of a woman waking up in a room full of other women crying. And that's exactly my experience. I can just remember it very vividly. It was like a childlike experience. They were giving me juice and cookies, and because of the anesthesia, nobody ever once said you have a choice. Nobody once said you can do this. Nobody once said, we can support you in this. I did it a second time with somebody that I really loved at that time. I think I was looking for that unconditional love that so many young women, get pregnant for. And I sort of got pregnant on purpose that time, and I knew that I could, based on the behaviors of our relationship, and I did. It happened, and he didn't want that baby either. But I knew, because I had sort of looked to get pregnant that time, that I had to figure out a way to fight for what I wanted for me and for that child. And so that's really started with the Pregnancy Resource Center. It was literally the first time in my life that somebody said, you have options. And so I came in and got the pregnancy test. I don't remember her name, but I feel like I can just close my eyes and see her face. I was just so young that just giving me clothes, baby clothes, I was just like sort of hoarding all these baby clothes. I'm thinking like, maybe I'm taking too many. And she just let me be in that attic and take what I wanted. Or when I was leaving, I looked at her and I was just like, thank you so much. Because I felt awkward that I was taking more than I should be. And she just looked me dead in the eye and said, thank you for choosing life. And that was the moment that really changed my life, where I knew that this was a choice that I was making and nobody was making it for me. Nobody was pointing me in a different direction. Nobody was taking that power from me. Motherhood showed me my power, and the Pregnancy Resource Center introduced me to that power. I went on to have 2 more babies. I found the love of my life, and we got pregnant, and they're the loves of my life. I never would have thought that I would have another one, but she was unexpected also. I had finally made the decision to have my tubes tied, and 6 days before my procedure, I discovered her. She is another purpose child, and I'm just grateful to be a mom. Abortion is obviously something that's being talked about a lot right now, and I think about constantly how I feel about it, being a woman who has had an abortion, who's had 2. I would want to show a woman considering abortion the potential of motherhood. And I don't know that I could do that if I was wrapped up in whether her decision was right or wrong. I think that the best way for me to show a woman considering abortion the potential for motherhood is to show her the same type of love I was shown when I chose life. That's what empowers mothers to be mothers. And if you're supporting a mother, that's how you support life. The one thing that the Pregnancy Resource Center gave me was hope. I was going to carve my own path, and I have a really beautiful life now.